Hi everyone, my name is Alena Hennessy and I've been a professional artist for over 11 years now. You can see me at alenahennessy.com. I'm so honored to be a part of this Find Out Fridays, and here are my materials I received. This is a stamp from Unity Stamp. Here's another photo of it. These little hang tags, vanilla hang tags, a golden acrylic light ultramarine blue, a Stabilo water-soluble pencil. So here are they all together. And so here's my challenge. What can I do with these? I was excited when Donna Downey asked me to be a part of this. I thought it was a cool concept. I had no idea what to expect. There you can see my dirty painted table and my painted fingers because I've been painting all day long for other lessons from my online classes. Anyway, I'm working on an Aquabord here. You can also try a Gessobord for this type of effect, but you could also work on a gessoed wood panel or watercolor sheet, what have you. So I am just going to town here with some acrylic colors, with some foam brushes, and using a little bit of indie ink and spraying them with water. Working very fast, tipping it over to create drips. I like that loose, free, kind of intuitive, uninhibited style for my background. And now I'm doing some blending with a paper towel. I love using the paper towel as a tool. I've got some dark forest green acrylic paint with some bright magenta acrylic paint and a little bit of yellow ochre and a sage green acrylic. And now I am, let's see, I'm going to try out this light ultramarine blue. It's kind of like a violet, a light violet color to me, and I get really intimate with my painting, so I do finger painting. You don't have to do that, of course, but that's just my style. Now I'm using a flat brush, so I wanted to add just a touch of this color. It really stands out against those yellows because they're complementary colors on the color wheel. They have a strong polarity. They're opposite from one another on the color wheel. So I like to keep the eye moving. That's my intention with color, so I'll add a little bit of yellow, purple, or pink in different corners to keep the eye moving. So now I'm going to try out this stamp. So I don't use a lot of stamps, so this is new for me. It's a little bit of a challenge. But I'm going to take this golden orange color and a flat brush, and I'm going to lightly apply some acrylic paint over this linoleum stamp, which I love the design. The design's very cool, and it goes with my style of botanical intuitive process, free process. So I am taking a flat brush, 1/2 inch, and I am just adding a light amount of orange, and I'll be sure to wash off the stamp when I'm done. And my background is mostly, it's semi-damp, I would say. It's not totally dry. It probably would work a little bit better if it was dry, but I'm going to go ahead and just experiment and see what happens. So there it is. It's all loosely painted, not perfectly, but you know, a good amount, and I'm going to press onto the substrate, onto this Aquabord with my dirty painted fingers in all their glory and see what comes. I really didn't know what was going to happen. Okay, so a lot of it did remain, so now I'm going to do some ghost prints. Just whatever excess orange paint is left on to repeat the pattern to create a sense of rhythm, which is a principle of art, to create a sense of repetition. Okay, so another even lighter ghost print to the left there to keep the eye moving. So now I'm going to experiment with this Stabilo pencil, which sort of blends a little bit and is an analogous color of that ultramarine blue, that golden color. So I'm just drawing in some loose motifs. Now I'm taking a Neocolor 2 white water-soluble wax crayon. So I'm loosely sketching in some motifs to kind of harmonize with the stamp motif, to create some unity. And now I've got to figure out a way to use these little tags, these manila tags. So they'll need to be adhered down with some clear adhesive medium, and I like to use Liquitex Gloss medium and varnish. You can also use a matte medium. And I'm going to use this brush and kind of tint them a little bit because I think they'd stand out and just have a little bit of that green paint. They'd stand out too strongly. if they were just left in there clean with their manila color showing through. So I wanted them to be unified and become a part of the painting because they're very geometric and angular and man-made in design, and I work very organically, so this is about blending and harmonizing contrasts. Thus the light shade of green paint over these tags. So I use a lot of collage elements or paper elements sometimes in my work, but not often something like this. So this was definitely a stretch for me. So I'm adding a little pink paint to kind of blend and harmonize. Drawing over them with this blue Stabilo pencil, which is a nice way to kind of create and sketch in forms. So I love working in this freestyle, and intuitive painting is instinctual to me. It's about responding to what you've done and to keep responding and to keep responding and staying in the moment and just trusting your process and releasing judgment and allowing happy accidents to happen and exploring imperfect, perfect beauty, or the concept of wabi-sabi and Japanese aesthetic, which is embracing the imperfections and making them beautiful. So the thing I love about intuitive painting is the happy accidents and things that catch me by surprise. Thus the reason to tip over the painting or to finger paint or to scratch this surface or to blend that surface and just to see what comes. So again, I'm dragging some of this pink, bright pink magenta on certain areas to create movement which keeps the eye traveling around. Okay, so now skipping ahead, I'm working with a water-based paint pen and the background is totally dry. You can't work with these paint pens, whether they're Posca or Sharpie or Montana or what have you, when the surface is wet. Your surface needs to be dry. So I'm working with a fine-tipped Posca black paint pen, creating strong contrast and definition over these loose painterly marks. So this is just a quick example. I didn't get too in-depth with this, this piece. I get more in depth in all my other online classes, such as A Year of Painting or A Year of Healing. But it was fun nonetheless to just explore this, and so this is a nice luscious silver paint pen from Japan as well. So filling in more of these organic motifs and repeating certain shapes and designs. And you know, this comes with practice. I've been doing art for a long time. And now I'm writing some intentions, only love, the purple paint pen. Very bright and colorful painting. I decided to go all out color with this one. Sometimes I work more, you know, monochromatically, which is why I'm pulling back a little bit here and filling in that organic design with white, because I felt like it was just so much color and I wanted to simplify a little bit and pull back. And that's the other beauty about intuitive painting, is you can always layer and pull back and go back a few steps. I tell my students often that every layer is love and attention is love, so the more layers you give it, the more love you give it. And that allow a painting to show you what it needs. And sometimes that means walking away, taking a break. Sometimes that means just letting it all flow out in one setting, in one sitting. Okay, so you can see that those tags have blended more into the background. So I've also decided it needs a more forest green to keep the eye moving to the top. I'm going to do a little blending with the paper towel. And repeating some of these white color to bring out the white color again to keep the eye moving. So you can see there's white, that white motif, organic motif on the right there, and now I'm going to have it dripping down. Filling in with silver. Dancing like motion. Some areas of resting for the eye, that metallic color, create more depth. So much fun to create. Work with contrast, black and white, bright color, analogous color, colors that are similar to one another on the color wheel, colors that are opposite one another, have a strong polarity like red and green, blue and orange, yellow and purple. And analogous colors are blues and blue-greens, oranges and reds. So here you go, here's the finished one. Super fun to create. I'm so glad I was asked to do this project. If you want to find out more about me and my work, you can visit me at alenahennessy.com. And I thank you all for joining me, and I hope you have fun exploring. Golden paints are wonderful, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. Keep creating, keep enjoying your process as an artist, no matter what level you're at, and keep trusting your own voice. Thank you all so much.